Our first tips are about medical issues. If you are on an important medication, you should see your doctor at least 2 months before leaving home. Be sure to divide your medications, one for packing and one for carry-on. Pack an extra 2 weeks supply in case of delays coming home. Get a letter from your doctor for the prescriptions and keep it with your passport. Also, if you'll be purchasing travel insurance, have your doctor state that your condition is stable for at least 90 days before you apply. Next, to save money on your flight, try booking your flight between 114 and 117 days before you plan to leave home. You can often find it less expensive to book 2 one-way flights instead of a round-trip fare. And try other airlines for the return fare, too. Call the international booking number to book your flight. They can often quote you better deals than the domestic office can. Create a travel vault. Start by getting an email address dedicated to your trip. Then take photos of all your essential documents, from passport to flight tickets, and upload everything to that email account. When you arrive to Nepal, get some money at the airport. The exchange rate isn't the best, but if you try to pay the taxi driver, for example, in euro or dollar, it'll be much worse. So go to the ATM at the airport instead of the money changer and get the most currency you think you'll need to at least get you started. You see, there is a 500 rupee, or about $4 charge for each transaction, with a maximum of 25,000 rupee per withdrawal, up to $1,000 per day, depending on your particular bank. So if you take out 5,000 rupee, for example, you'll still be charged the 500 to 650 rupee, the same charge as for 25,000 rupee. Nepal has many ATM terminals throughout Kathmandu and Pokhara, but it isn't uncommon for a traveler to get stuck because the ATMs don't recognize their card. You can literally spend days going to every bank you can find for their ATM to see if it works. So take an extra card from another bank or two and let your banks know that you'll be abroad during this time. Forex and Ali Bank have better charges than most, and the cards work here in Nepal. A link to the Ali Bank is in the description. One more tip regarding ATMs. You'll often see options to take your money in your country's currency or in the Nepali rupee. Choose the local currency for rupee rather than your country's currency. You can save a couple of percentage points on the conversion by doing it that way. Keep in mind that the flight-approved maximum capacity for your power bank is 20,000 mAh. It's best to bring a power bank from your home. It'll save you money on your trek, and the electronics sold in Nepal are not always up to international standards. And you need to be aware that just because it says Sony, Apple, or Samsung, it doesn't mean a thing. Counterfeit electronics are all too common in Nepal. Funny story. One time, when I first got to Nepal, I bought what I thought was an Everready brand rechargeable lamp or flashlight. About a week later, I noticed that it was Everyday rather than Everready, but it was in the exact font and red and white colors as the known brand. Other than taxi drivers overcharging, or you walking around Tamil after midnight, there really aren't any scams for tourists. The people are amazing, kind, and very helpful. Nepal has a visa upon entry policy for most countries, but if you're from certain countries, like some in Africa, for example, you would need a letter of intent and a host letter and a minimum bank balance. So check the immigration website. When you arrive, be sure to get the visa for the maximum number of days you'll want to be staying. They have special pricing at the entrances that aren't available when you renew your visa. So if you think, oh, I'll take 30 days for now and then renew, no, best to take a 60 or 90 day. If you come by bus from India, be sure to take care of the visa issue at the border town. If you arrive at the border at night, you need to ring the bell to do your visa. If you do not, be sure to show all documentation why you didn't. Show your bus ticket, which should be in your travel vault. Thank you so much for subscribing and hitting the like button. Please leave your own money-saving tip for traveling in the comment. And our last couple of tips are just for Indians coming to Nepal. First, take the international politics into consideration. Indians, who are usually waved through, may find that their bags and all will be searched due to the India-Pakistan issues. If you'll be going to another country instead of right back to India from Nepal, be sure to get an exit stamp from India and an entry stamp from Nepal when you arrive, whether you're coming by ground or at the airport. Check out our environmental project to see if we've launched it yet. The link is in the description. And we'll see you in Kathmandu.